Hi, I'm Stephanie LaFleur, creative director and founder of Moxie AI. And I am going to be talking through how to use AI to be a badass CMO today. And I'm doing it separately from our live event that we're having because I wanted to provide more context and just give you more information behind the scenes. So we're going to hop right into it. If you're a CMO at a startup or a growing business, and you're curious about AI, if you are overwhelmed with the amount of content that we're having to produce, create, and manage today, and if you just want to make dope-ish, this is the right place for you. As you can see, our events are a little different. I'm in a hoodie, we're chilling. Like that's the way I like to do things because our best work is often when we're comfortable. All right. The first thing, and I'm going to kind of talk through like three different levels in which you can use AI. This is like the beginning, the entry level, foundational AI usage that I think you can start with as a CMO. First of all, making more content. Today, we have to create an insane amount of content. People are producing podcasts that look like they're ready for TV. It's just a lot. And so in this day and age where you're trying to create more content, especially if you're at an early stage company or a small business where the budget's tight and you can't have a giant team, you need AI to help you do that. So one thing that I have here is with AI, you can tackle a month's worth of content in a few days. And you can do that using ChatGPT and Copy AI. Copy AI really is using ChatGPT. A lot of the softwares that I'll talk through today have Chat GPT as its foundational software or code that they're using in order to build on top of. They're using that model. Um, and then they charge you because they've learned how to create prompts and really use Chat GPT in a really effective way. So I think that is really empowering to understand how to use the source in addition to being able to use these other services. So with ChatGPT or Copy AI, really what you can do is you can create, figure out what your content pillars are, figure out what the topics are that you're going to cover in each thing, have it translate these ideas from social posts to emails to contests to blogs to YouTube videos. Like it can do a lot of the thinking around how to manipulate the content for different platforms. It can think as an SEO expert. It can think as a excellent copywriter. It can think in ways that really add a lot of value to your team. So that's one thing. A second thing you can do to make more content is really look at ChatGPT or Rival Flow, which is another platform you can use as your first SEO expert if you don't already have one on your team. It can help you figure out what's the right keywords, how to write the right copy behind the images so they're searchable on Google and different things like that that will ultimately drive more traffic to your site. The third thing you can do to make more content using AI is by creating more graphics with AI. Midjourney is the software. If you're looking at AI images online, you're mostly looking at Midjourney created images, and it's really excellent to use. I think it's like $10 a month. There was a free version, but I'm not sure if it's still available in their beta. But it's incredible. Not only can you create text-based images. So you're putting in something like, I want a dinosaur riding a dragon. That makes no sense. But you can put that in, but you can also upload actual images of photography that you've taken, and you can edit those photos with AI, which is mind-boggling. So the amount of things that you can accomplish with Midjourney is unreal. And it's just honestly fun. A lot of times I'm just on Midjourney, just making graphics just to see and experiment with all of the things it can do. And then the last one here is on this page is being able to edit podcasts or add subtitles to video super duper fast with Descript. So if you're looking at content, a lot of times people are using Descript to do that. Not only does it add the subtitles very accurately, but also it allows you to edit the video content with the words. So you're looking at a script of the video content, and then you can say, oh, I didn't like that sentence, or I want to take out all the ums. And you could do that like that by just editing the text, which is incredible. So that really, all four of these will allow you to create incredible and strategic content at scale with very little people. So one person can produce a crazy amount, but if you have a team and you empower them all with these practices, it's going to significantly increase not just the amount of content that you can create, but also the quality, because they're getting that strategic partner with AI. So that's the first layer. I think, really getting into creating more content. And then I think that this next layer is really improving your operations as a team. So once you're empowering all these different people on your team with all of this, with the ability to create more content and more strategic content, then obviously they're going to be producing a lot more. But then even outside of the creative aspects of the work and even the strategic aspects of the work, there are other things that you use every day and that you need in order to make really good decisions as a team and to function well. You can use a software called Motion, which we absolutely love. We use it every day on our team to manage your teams and your workflow. It is a project management software, but what's unique about it is that it uses AI in order to um arrange your calendar. So you literally will block off your calendar for your week, however many days, hours you work. You could take out the times for working out or for lunch or whatever it is you need to do, meditation, and then it works around that. And then it also is a booking tool, so it can replace Calendly. So now you're able to have people book meetings with you, and it'll rearrange your time, and it knows how much time you're going to take in order to complete certain tasks. You tell it that, and then it actually rearranges your calendar as meetings come in, as everything comes in, to block off time for you to accomplish every single thing that you're going to do. So I think it's unreal. As a person who can be a little bit of a mad scientist, it's one of the best things that has ever happened to me in terms of productivity. So I highly recommend it. It makes your teams really efficient. And especially if you're working with teams that are like not working all full time, is really great, because if they say, oh, I'm going to give you 10 hours a week or 20 hours a week, they can actually block off on their calendar what day and time they're going to do that. And it'll automatically arrange their tasks in a way to get it done. It's amazing. The next thing is a little bit different, and it's really about your competitors and understanding like what they're doing. So if you're doing market research and you're trying to figure out how to make your brand stand out in a sea of a whole bunch of other brands, you might want to do some more competitive research. Well, there's a platform called Browse AI that allows you to basically kind of snoop on your competitors and know when they add a new product, or if they're changing their pricing, it's giving you those updates and allowing you to get that information in real time so that you can consider how that might affect your business strategy. And then the last, even though it's not like technically AI, Zapier is something I use every single day. It's the most amazing thing. And it really can power your AI to be even more effective. So what Zapier does is it's really a if then kind of sequencing tool that allows you to combine different softwares and to have it perform automated actions. So it's really an automation tool is what it is. So for example, let's say you use an email software that doesn't cooperate with your e-commerce software. That probably wouldn't happen, but let's say it did. You could actually have, oh, if a person buys this product, or if they if they make a purchase, then send this email. Now, usually an email, there's integrations that help with this throughout all kinds of softwares, but sometimes you have to increase your sometimes you have to increase like the subscription that you have, the subscription tier, in order to have those integrations. This is a way to have one tool that performs integrations really for you in the back end. And then when things don't integrate, you can do that. A lot of AI softwares, don't have a ton of integrations yet because they're also new. Most of them are in beta. So this is a way for you to automate even some of the AI things that you have going on in the background with Zapier. So once you've got your content cooking and you've got your operations between your team and some of the research that's happening in the background going more efficiently with AI, you want to also wow your customers. Don't keep AI on the inside. Let it also be part of the experience that your customers have with your company, because first of all of the big players are starting to use this, so this is becoming the standard very quickly. If you can up the standard and expectations of your customers at an early stage, then you will be seen amongst those larger competitors, having the same type of brand affinity with your own customers. So that's something to really think about. But here we have wowing your customers. So the first thing I have is ABM recommendations. If you're doing B2B sales and marketing, then you are probably familiar with ABM. It's really account-based marketing. It's about really identifying your key targets and marketing to them as companies, amongst other things. And one of the things that happens a lot with this is a really white glove service and sending gifts and really courting this potential lead. So when you're doing that, this software called 6sense, it tracks and identifies what the best recommendations would be for offers, for gifts, for different white glove service things that you would want to offer your targets. It lets you know what the right things would be to do that. Then the second one is AI chatbots and forms. Y'all are probably familiar with AI chatbots. You interact with them every day. So that's something that you're familiar with and that you can add to what you do. And then forms. So I want to talk about Formless. Formless is a beta project that came out of Typeform that we've been using since they first launched their beta, and it is incredible. They're about to come out of beta very quickly, so this will be publicly available to everyone. And again, I've been probably using Formless. Well, I've been using it since they started. I think like a year, maybe less time than that. But anyway, Formless is essentially it's a way for you to create surveys that are powered by AI. So the people filling out your surveys are actually interacting with the AI. What's the significance of that? What makes that different than a regular survey? Well, it's intelligent. So what you do is you give that AI a bunch of information. It can literally crawl your entire website, read everything on your website, and know everything on your website. So that the person who's answering the questions, it can actually ask them unique questions based on what it understands and also how it's starting to understand them. But it can also answer questions that they have that maybe you didn't even have an FAQ, but the answers on your website, and you can also teach it more answers by by giving it a script to read. So it's a really incredible tool. It's beautiful. It's very modern and elegant. And that's one of the things that I connect with Zapier in order to really get some cool automation around the AI. The next thing is dynamic content. This one is probably most gangster. I feel like it's like a club in here. My light is going on and off. I think this one's the most gangster out of everything, and it's called was headless CMS. So it's essentially dynamic content that you can create. So let's say someone goes to a web page, it knows information about who that person is and what they're into, and it can rewrite essentially your web page or your blog, change the title based on that person's interest. So that's some next level stuff. You can do that with a software called Crocked. It's written right there. So that is a great segue into the case studies, because these really do leverage that headless CMS a lot. And so you can kind of get a sense of what does that look like. So I'm going to start with Netflix. Netflix, one of the reasons why Netflix has been so successful is because of how personalized it is. So some of the tactics that they employ are they have personalized artwork. What that means is, if let's say you're a person who really loves romance, if there's an action film that has mostly action, but there's like some romantic moment, they will show you that romantic moment on the cover of that film to get you to go click on it, which is incredible. So they'll display favorable scenes. Another one is that they make AI driven recommendations. And then they also, and I think this one's pretty cool, they use AI to um, check your internet speed and then change the bit rate so that it doesn't buffer, which is just genius. So I think that's pretty cool. And then the other that I have here is really their goals are straightforward. They're trying to improve their conversion rates. They want you to watch more videos and they don't want it to buffer. So those are some of the ways that they're employing AI in order to make your experience dope. I have here MJ. MJ is on the live version of this. She's a phenomenal business development person, and she is fantastic at just really understanding the needs of CMOs and helping them reach their business goals. So that's the person that we have for you to speak to if you would like to talk more about your goals, figure out what the right package is if you want to work with us. I in 2024, I'm sure you have a lot of very specific targets and goals, and we want to talk to you about how we can help you with that. We'll also give you 10% off of any project if you come and close with us in the next 14 days. Again, there's her email right there. There will also be a link underneath this for you to push to talk to her. But I'm also going to share with you one additional thing, an additional case study, which is on Spotify. So Spotify uses a similar method as Netflix. There it's very highly curated. AI is really making recommendations and also changing the graphics. So it's changing the experience, literally changes based on you. Also have dynamic email marketing content. So the same way as people getting unique web page experiences based on their preferences, they're also doing the same thing with email. And then they have a crazy deep music user preference data that's being analyzed by the AI. And their goal is to create automated marketing messages and assets that will convert someone because it's specific to them. So personalization has been the way for a very long time. We 20, 30 years into personalization, and it just keeps getting better. And AI is one of the things that's making it so much better. So I hope that you guys have gained some value from this. I know that these are the tools that we're using. We talked about our tech stack, our AI tech stack on our Instagram just the other day. So check that out if you have not at Moxie AI on Instagram. And we hope to see you next time. Very excited for the new year and to continue building this amazing community. If you have not already, you can join Founders Fam. Founders Fam is a community that I started as the founder of Moxie AI, but also as the founder of another company called Crown Hunt, and really understanding the gaps and the needs that founders have when launching something, growing something for the first time. It's all about encouraging each other. It's all about enjoying the journey of being a founder. So if you're a founder or even if you're in the C-suite at a startup, we'd love to have you and join our group. And we'll be having in-person events as well as virtual events throughout the year that are often like brainstorms and things like that. So anyways, if you're interested in that, check us out and we'll see you next time.